Hello, welcome to my trading channel. My name is Lou Pekisuk. I'm a registered nurse, a husband and a dad of two kids, and day trading as my side hustle. I'm just going to share how I get started. So any of the information that I'm going to be talking about is not a financial advice and should not be used as an investment advice. I'm just basically sharing um, my experience, how I get started, and hopefully my journey will inspire someone also to start uh, their own journey. I get to the stock market. I had heard of the stock market in the past and I just took it for granted and did not do anything. I had heard bad saying that, you go to the stock market, you lose money. So it was November 9, 2020 when I funded my Robinhood account with $100. I noticed there was like a $3 to $4 gain. And I was like, making a little bit of money compared to this sitting at my saving account where I'll be making 5 cents, 10 cents, something like that. So from 2020, I had no knowledge about the stock market. I just read a book and that was it. No practice, even don't know anything about candlestick. What does it represent? Doesn't know any indicator. So I was just trading based on fundamental. I was buying fractional shares and I was so happy that I was going to be rich. That's so funny. So I didn't make some money at that time because I didn't realize that the market was recovering from the pandemic. So everything was going up. And I had in my mind that, everything was going up. And I guess with that mentality, I was really making money. I made some money. Then come 2021, then I gave it back. So 2021, I was having difficulties trading. So I took a course. And that course, I was still not profitable. So I took another course, the second one. I think the second one was like, wow, I was like, the material was really up to the standard. So I learned a lot, and all my strategies are from whatever I learned from the second course. So if you are starting, if you're just like a beginner trader, so like starting, there are different kind of beginner traders. The first one is someone who has no experience about the stock market. The second one is someone who has been exposed to the stock market but it's not profitable, it's losing money. Then there's those who are like, just like trading, doing long term, just like kind of, not taking it that this is going to be my full-time job. So they have some knowledge, but they're not taking it as seriously. So let's go back to the number one, someone who has never been introduced to the stock market, and that was me. The first thing is you have to learn the language and you have to understand what each candlestick, the shape, what does it represent, because that is how the market communicate. It's not easy. It takes some time to learn the language, the candlestick, the technical. So as a beginner, we have high expectation because we're seeing all these things on social media whereby traders are posting this massive profit that they gain, and we don't know how long this person has been trading and how much this person is trading with, because each and every trader have different account sizes. We have someone under the PDT, which is below 25K. We have someone above 25K. We have someone above 30K. We have someone in 100,000. We have someone in 500,000. Someone trading with $1 million. Someone trading with over $2 million. And then we go to someone trading over 10, 20, and then go to the billionaire. So it's like a different whole world of traders with different capital. So as a beginner, with that high expectation, you just have to erase it out. Consider as if you're going to a school. You learn the theory in the class, then you have to go to the clinical side to apply that theory practically, which is the same as learning the material for trading. Then you have to go and see how things unfold trading live. You're not going to be making money right away, because when you're going to school, you are doing those practical, you're not getting paid. It's just basically you are learning, which is very important for like a beginner to kind of focus on developing the strategy, practicing paper trading, which I didn't like it because of the emotion of handling paper trading with real money is a little bit different. So I took the risk of doing with real money. I was focused on making money, and instead what happened, I lost the money, because I was thinking that, what if I make paper trading? What if it's real money, then I'll make some money. So forget about making money, focus on the process. Once you have developed your strategy and it's showing on your paper trading that you are making money, then you can start going live with a small share size. Sometimes I'll go in with one share and then I would see, did it go my way? What was my win? How many cents did I make from that one share? So then if that strategy is consistently proving to me that it's making me money, then I would go with more share size. So right now my minimum entry is 250 shares for anything from $2 to $8-9. When you get to above like $10, $12, I don't want to go big, because the spread can be wide, and when you are exiting a seller, it's not going to be exactly what you want. It's going to be whatever you get failed, because you're gonna hit the panic button, you're gonna hit your emergency button to get out. So focusing on the process and keeping track of your record, journaling, this has changed my trading. And always keep looking at the chart. That's the thing. The difficult part is technical analysis. When you get good at technical analysis, you can trade anything based on the technical. That's why I love trading penny stock, because you get instant resolution. I hate waiting, because I would trade this large cap and they move slow. So then it's like, I don't know if it's gonna go my way or it's gonna go. So it's those will be good to go long. But anyway, the other traders who trade those better. I like those instant resolution. If it doesn't work my way, I'm out. If it works my way, then let it run. I'm taking my profit, I'm out. As a beginner trader, your earning cap is going to be different based on those three categories of traders. And I come to realize after the fact, after taking my second course, that I wasn't there yet. I wasn't there yet, because I had tried different indicators. They were not working. And the reason the indicators were not working was I was lacking the knowledge of understanding technical analysis, demand and supply, support, and ascending, resistance. All those things play a very important role in your trading. It's not basically one thing that you see on the chart, then you jump in. That was what I used to see when I see this topping tail. I say, oh, okay, there's a topping tail here. But there has to be other component that has to also support the entry, but not only based on one factor. So once you understand that you're getting the technical, just focus on perfecting your strategy. You're not going to be making money probably 1 to 3 years, but each traders are wired different. Probably the third year you start making some money, but maybe breaking even, because it took me 3 years. It took me 3 years. I was losing, giving back my gain, and putting money back to bring my account above the PDT, to bring it above 25K, so that I can continue day trading. Even at some point I was like, I was like questioning myself, am I addicted to this thing? Because I'm losing money, but I'm putting money back in. So it's like, and then on the other side of mine was like, oh, what if that money you'll be taking up at some point, and then you'll be good. So I think there's really a lot to talk. I cannot even cover it now. It takes some time, and you have to be patient. The key important thing is just keep learning. If you're a brand new trader who has never been exposed to the market, don't even go with real money. It's a process. Learn the language, learn the technical, learn all the strategy, paper trading, until you have proven that the strategies are working. Then you can test some of the strategies with real money. But a lot of time, we have that high expectation of making money, because we don't know how these traders had been trading, and then we jump in right away with real money, and that's not good. At some point, then I realized that I shouldn't have even been trading with real money, because I really didn't know anything. So focusing on perfecting your strategy, journaling, writing down what went wrong and what went good, and what can you do to improve on to get better, how to avoid the same incident from happening, and taking screenshot of a setup, or just kind of to reinforces what you see, because this setups, this pattern, some of them repeats, even though it's not going to be exactly the same, but it just kind of reminds you, when reinforces your mind, when you see on your screen, then you would be able to see that this should be a potential entry for either you going long, also depending on how your trading style is, if you are a short seller or a long. Then the other component of is the risk management. That's very, very important. The risk management, I think, it includes the psychology part of it. So before you enter the trade, with the penny stock, you have no live stop loss. You have mental stop loss. So before you enter the trade, you need to know, this is where I'm gonna get out if it goes against me, and if it goes your way, this is where I want to get out. And the penny stock sometimes can run, and you can get out maybe with 70% of your position or 90%, and leave the rest to run, depending on how you want to do it, or just like one trade and just then exit just right there. So if you enter the trade, you need to have a mental stop loss and also a mental take profit, to ensure that you know what to do if it goes against you. And then the next thing, this is like a very, very important one, like taking a loss. How do you handle yourself when you take a loss, a big loss? You're gonna try fighting to make it back. So I had dug myself in a hole in the past, whereby I took a loss, and I kept trading. I said I wanted to make it back. So what happened? The losses got bigger and bigger. So I have to work myself out of that hole. So when you take a loss, you have to always have a max loss. Like for instance, right now my max loss is 500 a day. If I lose 500, I need to shut down my computer, go away, don't even look at the market until the next day, because anytime I sit there on my computer, I'm gonna jump into a trade. So that's not good. So I just set my computer and go to the gym. So setting a max loss, and then self-awareness, because when you take a huge loss, your emotions are going to be hijacked, and your thought process is not going to be rational. It's going to be irrational, because you took the loss and you want to make it back, and that's not good, because you end up taking another bad trade and it wipe out your account. So as your trading progresses, you will eventually you eventually will tell when you start feeling those emotions, and that's when you have to say, okay, I'm feeling like this, I'm done for the day. Because the market is always there. You always have to show up, because you don't know what's gonna come, and what news is gonna come, and what's gonna be running tomorrow. And I sometimes put it like this way, after like some time, because in the past I would come up late, and then by the time that I'm down here, like after 9, for the open, I saw all this move had already happened, and like I can't trade it. So I started coming in early, 6:30 to 9. That's my best window for trading. Within that time, pre-market. So if I don't make money pre-market, that means I'm not gonna be making money, because most of the time I make money during pre-market.
So keeping a consistent trading time frame where you are finding success within that window. I would sometimes take or sometimes trade at the open depending on if something is running. Then in the afternoon I might consider going short because some of the ticker or the stock had already trended up and they are reversing. So that's when you are looking for which stock had made the move and there's a potential reversal. Some with the penny stock, sometimes you won't have there'll be no sales available. So sometimes I may trade something not on the other side of the category. So time frame, self-awareness of your emotion, and shutting down your computer when you took a big loss and come back again tomorrow. Trading is like a business, you know. I tell my wife that, you know, trading is like a business because, you know, it's like, I'm just gonna put a simple example. Like trading is like, you know, it's a business. When you have a restaurant, you would know that this is the season that this season you have a lot of customers. Like summertime, there's a lot of customers, but you don't know how many customers are going to show up. They're going to show up today for lunch. Then how many customers are going to show up for dinner? So you just have to be prepared. Just like get things ready, and you also know what seasons of the year they are less customers. So then you also have to be prepared. So that's one of the things that I didn't know initially, when to scale down during cold market. That's when the market is not really great. That's what they call it, cold market. Then when the market is hot, everything is trending up, and that's when you have to size in and be aggressive with your position and make the money. So all those comes after some time after learning the market. So I didn't know that, so I was just taking losses because I was trading very much the same during cold and hot, and it does play some setback sometimes. And you're gonna go also through drawback whereby you have this running winning streak, and then all of a sudden you find like a rock in your front, and any trade you take, the trade goes against you. You have this losing streak. It had happened with me. I took like a 35 days winning run. I was like, dang, I got this. And then what happens? I started with a 1 week loss. So then I paused. I said, okay, I'm gonna have to look back and see how I had been trading. And what happened was psychological effect of that loss affected me, and I was going in with big size, sales size. So I have to scale down, and I was exiting too early because of that loss. I was afraid that I was going to lose again, so I scaled down. So scaling down just gave me the confidence that, you know, even though if I take a loss, I'll be okay. Because anytime if you're trading with something that is very large sales size, your emotion is gonna be different. You're not gonna be controlling that trade really very well. So trading with a reasonable size says that, you know, you are able to make sound or reasonable decision. It's very important. Don't go in big. Just go in big when you have a plan, but don't just go in big without having an exit plan and you know, and a stop loss plan. Because a lot of time in the past, you know, when I just started trading, I was just going in. I have no knowledge of if this trade goes against me, I have to exit, because I was thinking everything is going up. So that's what's happening with a lot of the beginner trader. They just enter the trade without knowing when to stop out. They don't have that in their mind. So always have a stop loss in place before you enter the trade. So anyway, I think that's all that I can say for now. This is really a lot. I cannot even talk in here. I think it would take days, because this learning experience is not something that was like within a day. It took years. It took years. So I thank you guys for watching. And right now I don't have any subscribers, so please subscribe and hit that like button, so that when you subscribe, if I do post any video, then you get notification. As moving forward now, I'm going to be doing my recap of my good trade and the bad trade of the day. Anytime I trade, I would be posting some video. So currently my daily goal is I don't raise the bar, I lower the bar. So just to make it something that is achievable. So it's only 250 a day. That's my goal. However, I'm averaging like 500 a day. So at some point then I'm gonna raise it up to 500 a day. So depending on what the market gives us. So and thank you for now.